Okay, let's start our little lymphatic drainage. Jump around. There we go. I've been trying to find different lymphatic drainage stuff, but they're kind of all the same. Like, I'll find something new for next week. All right, arms. All right. Squat, little squat up on the toes. Good, upper body. And swing it. All right, knee up and tap. So we have some different stuff today. I'm sure we've done it before, but it is going to require a few different weights. We're going to do the one where we put our heels up on weights and squat. So you'll just need those weights that you can put your heels up, or if you have plates, Sarah, at your place, you can put your heels up on plates. I'm assuming you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's do a little side to side. And then you're going to need weights to do windmill. And you don't have to hold it overhead. You could just at least put your arm overhead. And then we have a sumo Romanian deadlift or a sumo straight leg deadlift. So 2 heavy weights for squats, 2 heavy weights for RDLs, something lighter for triangle. All right, let's go to down dog and stretch your shoulders and back of your legs. Paddle out your feet. All right, come on up. Okay, so it's a little weird. So you're gonna have those 2 weights on the floor where you can put your heels up on them, and then grab 2 heavy weights, or the 1 heavy weight is fine, whatever you got. And then you're gonna do squats like that. I'm curious, Stacy, if how your knees feel or how much they pop doing this one. And then we got triangle. So you're gonna want, I like to hold 2 weights, but everybody kind of knows what we're doing. So if that's not what you do, that's fine. And then just wide stance, kind of sumo. And we're gonna do an RDL with that wide stance, sumo stance. And that's it for now. So grab those weights. Woo. All right, almost ready. All righty. And on this one, your knees do go lined up or over your toes a little bit. And of course, if this is not working for you, you could do regular squats without your heels up. All right, I'm texting Mike. All right, go ahead and stop. And then grab the weights that you're gonna use for your triangle. So one weight up, one foot is turned out, and these are gonna work your obliques. Obliques. And you're probably gonna feel a little stretch in the hamstrings. And then yeah, just keep this arm up there. If it's too much to hold weight, just try to keep that arm up there. All right, good, 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 good. So we'll do that other side. Morning, Jacqueline. Oops. All right, other side. Good, keep that arm up there. Morning, Mike. We're on our second exercise. We're doing triangle. So if you just want to warm up and then just jump in on the next exercise. So you need 2 heavy weights for squats, 2 heavy weights for RDLs, and then you're going to need weights for triangle and weights that you can put your feet, your heels up on. Okay, stop. Okay, so you don't have to start just yet, but you're going to get in that wide stance, knees out, toes out, and then you can hold your weights this way or forward. It's up to you. Just wider stance. Make sure it's a Romanian or straight leg, right? So slight bend in the knees, but it's not a deadlift. We're still stretching those hamstrings, inner thighs, back nice and straight. Come all the way back up and rest your back. Squeeze your glutes. Keep that tummy tight. And rest. Okay, rest, rest. And then we'll start over. So yeah, just get those 2 different weights that you can put your heels up on for squats. And then yeah, 2 weights for the windmill. Okay, alrighty. Well, hopefully that was enough rest time. Grab some water, caught your breath. Let's do those squats again. And then this is just normal width, maybe even a little bit more narrow than what you're used to. And it is okay if those knees are over the toes or in alignment with those toes. Still try to get low and push through your heels on those weights. Chest up. Good. Okay, you got some time to get ready for the windmill. And it's a long 50 seconds for windmill, so if you start a little bit later, that's fine. All right, go ahead and grab those weights. Remember to breathe. Think about those obliques. And then if you ever feel like you're just like way too sideways, you can play with your stance and bring, you can come a little bit more forward without. So if I'm going down to my left, you can move your foot a little forward or a little back, or just move your body a little bit so that it's not so awkward sideways. Okay, rest, 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 rest. Yeah, just I'm kind of seeing a little bit of awkward like here. So yeah, just change how your stance is. All right, other side. And try to keep that arm to the ceiling. Use those obliques. Make sure you're breathing. Awesome. All right. Okay, wide stance, toes out, knees out. Squeeze your glutes. Make sure that you don't hyperextend. So just squeeze the glutes at the top. Nice straight back. Feel the stretch. Good. Finish your rep and rest. Water, a little bit longer to rest. So Mike, you just missed that first set of squats and the triangles or windmills. Okay. All right. Last set. Grab those weights, heels on your weights. All right. Put those weights down. All right, we're on to windmill. Okay. Okay, other side. All right, you're done with that? All right, wide stance. Good, back nice and straight. Hinge that booty back. All right, rest. Okay, so we're gonna do lots of leg lifts today. So let's get those ankle weights on and then grab a couple of heavy weights that you could do chest press on the floor, on your ball, but we will, be kind of quick on leg lifts and then doing that. So be prepared. All right, if you're ready and just waiting, let's still go alternating donkey, but we'll wait. We'll wait for everybody to be ready. But if you are ready, just alternate, get those glutes activated. All right. So we haven't done this one in a while. It's where we go up, over, up, down. So up and then cross it, up, down. All right, good. We'll do the same thing, other leg. Core tight. Make sure your back's not archy. Good, rest. All right, so for this one, we're gonna go bent and then fire hydrant. All right, good. Same thing, other leg. Awesome. All right, let's give those glutes a little rest and get those weights, and we'll start chest press. Keep those weights lined up with your chest, up and together. Back flat, push it into the ground, or wherever you're doing it on. Just make sure your core's tight. All right, nice and easy. Put those weights down. Just give ourselves a little bit of a rest, and then we're gonna go to side lying. So roll to your side, and let's just go up and down. Make sure that you're feeling it in the upper glutes, toe down. All right, let's go to inner. Make sure it's inner thigh. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the other side for outer. Upper glutes. Good. All right, inner. Whew, all right. Let's get set back up for a chest press. All right, so just stay laying there, put those weights down, and let's do our inner. Let's add our crisscross at the top. All right, let's grab those weights. Last set of chest press. All the way up and together. Get those triceps activated. All right, let's go ahead and flip it on over. Full donkey kick. Good. Same thing, other leg. All the way up there. Okay, so now the next one, we're gonna sit on the floor and we're gonna do that straight leg. So if you need to take your ankle weights off, take those off now. And then core nice and tight and just lift as high as you feel comfortable. If this does not feel good on your knees and you don't want to do it even without the ankle weights, just do a different exercise. If you need to put your hands behind you, that's fine. Just make sure that it's not like just hip flexors doing the work, that it's those quads. Woo, that's burning. Good, rest. Same thing, other leg. All right, let's finish out our time right here. So just lean back. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. So just hold right here. Hopefully you feel it in the core. Quads are still working. Breathe. Three, two, rest. All right, great job. Get some stretching in and we'll see you next week.